Okay, this is an instructional video for the boxing system. This works really easy. It comes with this ring, which is non-scripted. It's set mod. You can make copies of it. As you see, I have 4 of them laid out here. This right here is what gives people their gloves and stuff. Now, you can't fight on this alone. I'm going to show you. When you push this, it's going to attach the HUD, but after 20 seconds, if a second fighter doesn't log in, it detaches the HUD. It has strength setups, and it's going to detach here in a second. And what we're going to use is it's got duck and weave. While it's still on, we'll just go ahead and play around. So as you see, and now it's just attached. It's not made to fight alone. Now I do have a demo that we can use to show you how it all works. And the demo I keep at my shop allows me to wear the HUD. Anyone to wear the HUD. There's no timer on this one, but all the controls are the same. So I want people to be able to come use it. So you have duck and weave as you move around. That's your left and right movement key. Your mouse button is your punch, and it goes through a series of different punches that we have. Now there is no mouse look in this. The camera holds right over your shoulder right here as you move around, and you must physically strike the other opponent. You must be all the way up on them, and your fist must connect with them. It's not a push system. This works on Castray. It works like nothing else you see in Second Life. There is block, and block lasts 1 second. So if they're coming at you, but holding block will not help you. Repeatedly hitting block, sure. If they happen to punch while you're sitting there pushing the button over and over, it will give you a little bit of shielding. It also takes your strength away when you do that. Too much, and you'll run your strength down. And that's the biggest thing here, is strength is everything here. If you walk around punching too much right now, you're shooting less and less and less damage. Your highest hits are in your 80s and 90s. Like right there might take maybe 2 damage points off of them. It doesn't take an exact amount, it takes a percentage. I wanted to base it on reality. The honesty is that every time someone gets punched in a fight, it doesn't damage them to a point where they can't keep fighting. So not every single punch you're going to hit is going to do big damage. There is a possibility of knockout. There's a 1 in 20 chance of TKO, knocking them out cold. It has a series of different... As you see, if you learn to use the left and right, you can duck and bob and weave around them. And when you fight, it's going to draw you together. You're not going to be able to do this. Because what happens is people run. They get chicken little and they run all around the ring. And you're not allowed to do that in boxing. It's not a game of running away. So when the bell rings and the fight starts, the 2 players are drawn together and they cannot separate until one of them drops. And then when you lose, the HUD automatically disconnects. Or you win, either way. Really easy to use as far as controls, but to actually walk up to another avatar and punch them, remembering that they have, parts of their body they can shield themselves. Like if their leg is out enough and they can't, you have to connect. So the honesty is it's a lot harder than you think, and you're using this also at the right times. Is very important. Your blocking is important. But you can get knocked out real quick. I mean, they can get a lucky punch in. If you're between 95 and 100% when you land a punch, you have that possibility of knockout, and it does happen with this game. So it's real easy to use, and if you ever have a problem with, say like one of the fighters leaves in the middle of it, and now the other player's just standing there. Just delete this and res a new one. It will reset when you do it. I can't put any control resets in here by the way it works. And I didn't want to make a HUD that you had to keep up with. That's why I like everything being auto-connecting. If there's any other problems, you just reset this. I wanted to make it as straightforward and easy as possible, and as minimal parts and scripts so it's not buggy, because the problem with this is when you get a lot of people using these types of things, it can get laggy. So to keep everything as low as it is, There is no control, says the owner to this. You just place it here. If there's a problem, 2 people log in, 2 people fight to the end. That's the way it goes. It resets itself after a fight. But say someone disappeared, didn't come back, delete it and res a new one and you're back. It's that easy. These are non-scripted, and I'll give you a hint right now. The punch is on the mouse key. So if you try to fight on a surface that's clickable, you won't be able to punch. Because the Second Life's telling it to perform a task, not to, even if it's owner only or whatever your excuse maybe you'll throw at me, you can't do it on with the mouse button being the trigger for the attacks. You can't be on anything scripted. If it's scripted, you won't punch. So that's the key to this. If you don't use my ring, don't use a scripted one. Thank you.